Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Hello, Class 5. This is Social Studies. We are talking about a topic known as democracy and human rights. Democracy and human rights. Now, we're going to talk about democracy. We need to understand what is democracy. Number one, democracy comes from two words. Greek word, one known as demos. Demos means people. Okay. And the second word is kratos, which means authority. Okay? So what do we understand by the two words? So democracy, in short, means authority by the people. These are talking about what we can talk about rule by the people. So this is the rule or ruling by the people. Now there are two types. There are actually 5, but we are talking in class 5, we just talk about 2. Okay? So types of democracy. So number 1 type we talk about is what is known as a direct. Okay? The other name for directly, the other name it could be called is pure. Or the other name is participatory. Participatory. This is where you participate, known as direct, pure, or participatory. So, what do we mean by direct? Direct is where people are involved directly, or people are involved in decision-making activity. So, this is where we have people involved. In making of decisions. Okay? This is why when you go to vote for your member of parliament, when you go there to vote, you're involved in voting for him, in making that decision of making him be one of your leaders. So that is direct or pure or participatory, because you're participating in the decision-making process. Number 2, there is what we call the indirect. The other name for indirect is representative. Representative. The other name for representative is what? Is what we call representative. Is also known as parliamentary. So indirect, this is where you select a group of individuals, or we say we elect other people to be involved in making decisions for other people. For example, when we select our members of parliament, depending with the laws that they come up with, it's not us. We've not been involved in making those decisions. For example, there was a law or a bill that came through that members of parliament wanted their salaries or wages to be increased. But us as individuals, we are not incorporated to make that decision of whether the MPs should be increased their salaries or not. So, in the parliamentary section, that's where they discussed and came up with the decision that they require. So these are systems whereby these people make decisions for us. So we are not involved in the making of those decisions or those laws. Now, we are going to go to another to a subtopic known as child abuse. We're going to talk about child abuse. And we see what is child abuse. Now, in class 4, you talked about rights, human rights. There are various human rights you talk in standard 4. One is the right to education, the right to food, right to shelter, right to life, right to good environment, good air. You see, now those are the rights that we're talking about. Now, here in class 5, we talk about child abuse. We look at the things that we call child abuse. What is child abuse? These are anything harmful. Things that are harmfully done. Harmfully done. That would affect the child's health. Yeah. You could talk about emotions in a negative way. It will affect the child's emotion, health, and also safety and development of the child. So this is anything harmful done to a child that will affect his health, his emotion, safety, and also his development. So it's very important that we take care of our children that we have. Now, there are various forms of child abuse. Now, there are various forms. Number one form of child abuse. One is what we call the caning. Now, for example, here I have a cane. This is what we call a cane. For example, this is an example of a cane. Now, when you take this cane and you excessively beat a child, okay, that is one form of abuse. And such a cane, having a bit of nails, could injure the boy, the child, affecting his health, that will lead him being to a hospital bed or something. Now, excessive caning, whereby caning is not allowed in schools. So one is caning, is a form of child abuse. Number two, we have what we call insults. Insulting a child. Calling names, calling him a dog, a cow, affecting the child's emotions, whereby the child becomes suppressed, and which is not a good thing. Number three, we have what we know as bullying. This is a form of abuse whereby it comes from older children or older people abusing the little children. That's another form of abuse. Number four, majorly known as child labor. Child labor. This is where children work to get money. Whereby you take a child, take him somewhere, work as a nanny to get money for wages, which is not allowed. Number five, we have what we know as the early marriages. Early marriages. Now, our children are not supposed to be succumbed to early marriages, whereby it used to be done in the past, but I believe nowadays it's not being carried out. But early marriages is one form of abuse to children. They are not supposed to get married at an early age. Another one, we have the FGM, which is known as the female genital mutilation. This is carried out on girls, whereby girls are not supposed to be circumcised. Whereby when they undergo circumcision, they tend to lose a lot of blood, and even most of them die. So FGM is another form of child abuse. Now we look at ways of child protection. How do we protect these children? Child protection. How do we protect these children? Number one is by educating both parents and children. So educating both the parents and the child. Okay, educating the child and parents on the need, educating them on the need of child protection. Now, number two form that we need to understand is to counseling. You don't have to cane this child, but this child understands. So if you talk to the child, you need to just counsel him or her in a better way. Another one is to report cases. Report cases. You need to report any case of child abuse to the various authorities, such as the police, whereby we have a system whereby you could just report, and that case is dealt with. Another one is medical care. Whereby, if a child is abused, an example is sexual harassment, the child should be taken to hospital and treated with an immediate effect. So medical care is very essential for such a program. Another one is educate children on their rights. Educate the children on their rights. And the last thing, finally, one is to carry out review on policies issued out on child protection. So this is very important as we undertake. Let us take care of our children and the importance that we need to enhance to them. Thank you so much.